We have two great videos from James O'Keefe today. He's been slowly releasing more and more as the week goes on. This is going to be kind of like a news slash reaction kind of video. But if you want to get the direct video without my commentary over it, please go to James O'Keefe on Twitter, or more specifically his O'Keefe Media Group Twitter account. He's far larger than I am and probably larger than I will ever be. But I love James. James is an amazing investigative reporter. And if you haven't heard of him already, I definitely suggest checking him out. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so as well. But let's go ahead and just jump right into this. So we have multiple videos. Let's just start with this one. Revealed DHS Undersecretary for Policy confesses Trump win is traumatic and a crushing blow to the Biden administration. Reveals Biden's mental decline accelerated 12 to 24 months into his presidency. So we have someone in the DHS just outright saying to an undercover journalist that, yeah, Joe Biden, he's gone. He's in mental decline, and basically confirming what a lot of the people on the right have been saying for years now. In a shocking undercover video, Robert P. Silvers, Undersecretary for Policy at the United States Department of Homeland Security, described President Joe Biden's accelerated mental decline during his presidency and the impact of Donald Trump's 2024 election victory. Silvers, who works closely with President Biden, admitted that the president's mental faculties began to deteriorate significantly within 12 to 24 months of taking office. He's not the guy he was when he took office 4 years ago, adding that Biden's decline has particularly affected his ability to lead high-stakes meetings with in the White House's Situation Room, which is not something that should be like overlooked. He's supposed to be basically the general of the military, and you're saying here that he can't even lead a high-stakes meeting in the Situation Rooms. That's not safe at all for this country. We have an imminent threat. He's unable to speak. What do we do in that situation? The undersecretary also spoke candidly about the emotional turmoil within the White House following Donald Trump's 2024 election win over Vice President Kamala Harris. Silvers described the moment as traumatic and a crushing blow to the Biden administration. He won. Like, there's no work to be done, he revealed. Silvers also acknowledged the administration's struggles with record high illegal immigration at the southern border, which has plagued Biden's presidency. At the start of the Biden administration, the border numbers spiked really much higher. He admitted highlighting the difficulty of managing the crisis. OMG reached out to the White House and the Department of Homeland Security for comment. Neither have issued formal responses for the footage. So if you want to find the video of this one's a little bit longer, so I'm not going to be reacting to it in this video. It's about a 10-minute video of undercover footage with an undercover reporter speaking with this individual. You can find that on the O'Keefe Media Group Twitter. I'll have all the links down below. But we have this other story within the same breath. Shocking undercover video. Joe Biden is dead. National Security Council advisor inside the White House details Biden can't say a sentence. So this is a separate person also being investigated by an undercover journalist. We have the video here, which I'll also link that down below. I won't react to this one. I want to react to James O'Keefe actually confronting him. That'll be the video I'm reacting to today. So we'll just go through this article. In an eye-opening interview, Henry Appel, an advisor at the National Security Council, NSC, offered a candid and troubling perspective on President Joe Biden's current health and mental state. Appel, who works within the Intelligence Programs Directorate, has direct responsibility for providing senior policymakers with sensitive and classified information. His recent comments shed light on the serious concerns surrounding Biden's ability to perform as president. Appel began by acknowledging the president's communication struggles, stating bluntly, Joe Biden is like dead, not literally, he can't say a sentence. These words have drawn significant attention due to their unfiltered and alarming nature, particularly given the sensitive role Appel plays in national security. We give all of the senior policymakers all of the secrets, Appel explained, underscoring the high level of trust that the NSC places in the administration's leadership. Yet his candid admission raises questions about whether the president's ability to manage that responsibility is increasingly in doubt. See, this is what the 25th Amendment is for, right? And this is another reason why Kamala Harris should not be president, and I'm glad that she isn't. She is Biden's right-hand woman, or right-hand man, however the saying goes, right? But she's there. She can see the mental decline just as these people can. And as vice president, it would be her duty to enact the 25th Amendment, which would be if the president is unable to do his duties adequately, he is removed from office. You know, it's terrible. It's a terrible thing. I wish it wasn't something that we had to do or should have done. I mean, it's too late now, but we should have done that. We should have removed Biden from office. He's in mental decline. He's not fit for office anymore. That is a fact. And that is why they replaced him with Kamala last second, because they tried to get him to push through, but he's gone. Appel did not hold back in describing an instance where President Biden's cognitive decline appeared particularly evident. In one exchange, Appel recalled a moment during a call with Jake Sullivan, the national security advisor, when Biden had difficulty understanding the simple phrase, novel phenomenon. According to Appel, Biden seemed confused, responding with, "What do you mean, like a book?" This, according to Appel, highlighted the president's struggle to comprehend even basic terminology. So that's really sad. But it wasn't just a single instance. Appel recounted another troubling interaction, describing a phone call where Biden, after initially greeting him, asked for Jake Sullivan. After a brief exchange, Biden called back just seconds later, again inquiring if Sullivan was on the line. Appel confirmed that Sullivan was, in fact, traveling with Biden and was on the same trip as him. The confusion and repetition left many concerned about the president's current mental clarity. So just to clarify here, and you can see it in the video, like I said, I'll have it linked down below, but yeah, he's talking about how he's in the White House, he's answering phone calls and stuff like that. Joe Biden, while out on a trip, Jake Sullivan is with Joe Biden on this trip. Joe Biden calls the White House asking for him, and Appel answers the phone and basically has to tell him that he's not there. He's on the same trip with him. Joe Biden says, "Oh, okay, I'll try to reach him on his cell phone." So then he hangs up. 10 seconds later, calls the same number, asking the same question. Like, he clearly doesn't know where he is or what's going on. It's incredibly sad. In addition to his concerns about Biden's mental health, Appel spoke about the turmoil following the 2024 election, particularly in light of Donald Trump's victory. "We're all kind of trauma bonded," Appel said of the White House officials, referring to the emotional impact of Trump's return to power. He also expressed a growing fear that the Trump administration might come after him as they face mounting criticism and scrutiny. "We're concerned about the Trump team coming after us," Appel stated, hinting at tensions between the outgoing and incoming administrations. Well, yeah, if you were doing something wrong, like concealing the mental decline of a U.S. president, then yeah, maybe you should be investigated. But we could just scroll through James O'Keefe's Twitter here. He's been posting about it for a while now. Let's see. Breaking. Oh, wait, we have this from James. Breaking: Rob Silver's out at DHS. So this is in reference to the other video. Here, we could just watch a little bit of it here.
It's a really, traumatic moment. So it was more, I would say, like a crushing blow. Some people, like with my server,
Meet the Undersecretary of Homeland Security for Strategy, Policy, and Plans, Robert.
So Robert P. Silvers, just like the other individual we were just speaking about, saying basically the same thing, what we already know. But these people are directly working for him, and they aren't doing anything to stop this. This is a 10-minute video. I'm not going to sit through this whole thing. That's not fair to James O'Keefe. It is his video. I'm going to go ahead and react to the video I actually wanted to react to. I will link to this down below. So this is the video that I actually wanted to go into. He actually confronted Henry Appel, which, if you are unaware of what James O'Keefe does, he does undercover investigative journalism and often confronts them after getting them on camera, saying a bunch of things that they shouldn't say. So confronted: Henry Appel, National Security Council advisor, is confronted by James O'Keefe after being caught on hidden camera spilling the, quote, tea about the president of the United States, saying he and Biden can't say a sentence. "You're lucky I am not a Chinese spy," O'Keefe tells Appel, highlighting the sensitive of his loose-lipped comments, including calling President Biden dead and sharing his concern that the Trump administration will come after his colleagues in the National Security Council and how they are trauma bonded. When pressed about national security protocols and his tears over Trump's victory, Appel chose to flee the scene in Washington, D.C., with O'Keefe remarking, "The spy that works for the Biden administration, running away, not saying a word." Yeah, this guy talked about how he at one point thought he would be a spy for the U.S. government. I certainly hope no one like this individual is ever a spy for our government, considering how absolutely just ridiculous it is that he would even get caught up in something like this. This is like just textbook spy crap. You don't know who you're talking to, and you're sharing a bunch of secrets.
Hi, I'm James O'Keefe, investigative reporter and muckraker. This is you on hidden camera. Hey, you're lucky I'm not a Chinese spy. You are a very lucky man.
You can see it on his face. He realizes he's caught, and it's the look of like, oh shit, like this is happening.
An advisor to the National Security Council doing spilling the quote tea to an undercover journalist.
Right.
Well, here's some tea. Joe Biden is like dead. We're trying to fund it.
What type of national security operation you boys running in the United States government?
I mean, he's smart here for not saying another word. You've already gotten caught up in everything. Best thing you can do is just stay silent at that point. You know, smile and wave, because you screwed yourself. You're screwed.
So, where are you going? So we're here in Washington with the spy who works for the United States government, who's, quote, spilling the tea. Now, this is you talking about Biden being, quote, dead.
Joe Biden is like dead.
I love James O'Keefe so much. It's hilarious.
These are your words. I'm going to play them for you here.
And he plays them to him. He's looking like, oh shit.
Where you're on the phone with the president. He didn't even know that the guy that he was asking for was right next to him.
My boss was on an international trip with him, like in Europe or something. The phone rang in the office, and I picked it up.
Like it's funny, but at the same time, it's really sad that we even have to go through this. It's sad that this has to be something that James is investigating. Like I appreciate that he is investigating this, but like I feel like this could have been solved a lot easier if people weren't just scumbags. But that's like almost everything in life, right? I love that. I love his gamer terminology. He said, "Why would you say these things to a rando?" No, that's exactly right. You're supposed to be working in the intel community, and you're literally speaking to a random individual you met online. Like, how much did he actually know about this person? Clearly, he didn't do his due diligence, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm on a date. This person doesn't have anything nefarious going on." Like, dude, James O'Keefe is right. What if it was a Chinese spy? You just told a Chinese spy that the president is dead, basically. Brain dead, anyway, not actually physically dead.
No, the spy that works for the Biden administration. Running away, not saying a word. He's very concerned. People who are intelligence people don't want to be famous. So we just confronted the spy who works as an advisor to the National Security Council for Biden. He ran away into this place here. We asked him about.
All right, we'll stop the video over there. But no, it's an amazing video. Great investigative journalism by James O'Keefe. If you are able to support James in any way, please support James O'Keefe so he can put out more work like this. James has plenty of content. He's really you likely know him from his work with undercover journalism in reporting stuff about COVID and the vaccines. He's done some amazing work, and I recommend, if you don't know who he is, you go check him out. But I'll leave it there. Again, awesome videos by James O'Keefe. Keep doing this great work, man. And I'll leave it there. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe for more. I'll be posting more videos throughout the day. Thank you.